So I've watched episode 5 of season 2 of the show Loki, and I have thoughts. So my first thought is, this show has gotten really good. Now, I was not a big fan of season 1 of Loki. I felt like it was a little bit over the top for me, too jokey, too kind of all over the place. But this season, starting with episode 1 and then these last 2 episodes, so episodes 4 and 5, I've really gotten into this show. And really it started with the last episode of season 1 when they revealed He Who Remains. And so once it kind of laid out that we have this bigger structure, bigger conflict that's going on, everything starts to make sense. Episodes 1, 4, and 5 of season 2 have been suspenseful. The performances, especially from Tom Hiddleston and Loki, have been amazing, and the pacing has been on point. Now this brings me to my second thought. The Loki series on Disney Plus should have just been a movie. Now imagine this as a movie. So you have the opening of the movie with Loki, being picked up by the TVA after he escapes from the end of the Endgame sequence where he picks up the Tesseract. So he gets picked up by the TVA. We meet Mobius. We meet all the main characters. He's recruited to go try to catch Sylvie. He, of course, fails because Sylvie is a Loki and she's a god, and so she beats the TVA pretty easily. And then she gets him. He switches sides because, again, this is him. This is Loki. Go to the TVA. And then they get pruned because, Renslayer knows a lot more than she lets on. So they go in, they try to take out the TVA from the inside, they get pruned. They go to that Phantom Zone, they face Goliath, they beat Goliath, and then they meet He Who Remains. So then we get the whole setup of this is what's happening. And so that's right in the middle of the movie. So we get the setup and kind of the middle of the movie, the kind of twist that He Who Remains is kind of the one pulling the strings here. And then the second half of the movie would basically a combination of episodes 1, 4, and 5, and 6. I'm assuming 6 will kind of wrap up the story, and so that would be the movie. So my third and final thought is that at some point in episode 6, Loki will time slip to the time of the multiversal war. So in episode 5, we have this whole discussion between Sylvie and Loki where they talk about choice. Basically, people like Mobius didn't really have a choice. Either they were kind of forced or kind of pulled into this multiversal war and kind of working for the TVA, and then at some point they were kind of on their timeline, and they didn't really have a choice in either matter. And so I think Loki is going to maybe go during the period of the multiversal war, possibly stop He Who Remains from doing the memory wipe. So we saw that in episode 4, where basically he wiped the memories of Ravonna and the other TVA people, which is why they don't remember the multiversal war. As far as they know, they've just been going out to pruning these timelines, and that's all they've been doing. And so I think that he'll go to that period. He'll at some point prevent the mind wipe from happening, and then at some point they will have a choice. The variants will have a choice. Do they stay with the TVA? Hopefully, I'm thinking, having defeated He Who Remains in this new version of reality, do they stay with the TVA, or do they go back to their old lives, and they'll have that choice, which they didn't have previously. Now, if you found this video interesting and or informative, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please share this video. If you want to share your own thoughts about Loki up until this point through episode 5 of season 2, or have any predictions about episode 6 of season 2, please leave those in the comment section below. Thank you all for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day.